Sam Kituku is in Homa Bay County and now joins us live with the latest. Sam Ogina, rather.
Actually make that Sam Ogina coming to you from Homa Bay County, where, as you said, there was running battles between residents of Homa Bay County and police as residents were protesting the declaration of Cyprian Awiti and also the senator for Homa Bay County, Moses Kajwang, their declaration as the bona fide ODM aspirants for Senate and governorship positions. And of course, this was a declaration made by the county returning officer, Mr. Erastus Otieno. Immediately he made that declaration, Mr. Erastus Otieno flew the scene and went missing. His phone he could not be reached on phone, and this actually invited the wrath of residents of Homa Bay County, saying these results are contested and cannot be verified, and thereby they cannot be relied upon as final results to elevate the governor and the senator as candidates for ODM in the Senate and the governorship positions. And as such, this is what transpired during the day. We were able to file for you the following report.
Right, let's take a look at that story now.
The winner to this position, or the person who's gotten the higher votes, is the incumbent, His Excellency Governor Cyprian Awiti, with 46,346.
It is an announcement that sparked off chaos in Homa Bay County, disgruntled by the inconclusive results showing Governor Cyprian Awiti as having upstaged his rivals. Large crowds poured into the streets. Contingents of police officers were deployed to quell the ensuing chaos. Relentless to register their frustrations, they would storm the county tallying center only to be repulsed by police. The residents took their anger to the streets of Homa Bay County, bringing activities to a standstill. The Homa Bay Rongo Highway was swarmed by a sea of humanity. In his announcement, the returning officer declared Governor Cyprian Awiti had garnered 46,346 votes to trounce his closest challenger, Oyugi Magwanga, with 14,661 votes. Results the aspirants have refused to recognize, claiming the poll was designed to be bungled in favor of the two incumbents.
If ODM is used to non-credible elections, why should they ever be the first to come and ever say that IBC have given Kenya non-credible elections?
I want to say the results does not reflect the will of the people of Homa Bay, and we are challenging the party electoral management body to come clean on this and be able to quench this particular violence that is going to escalate far and wide.
I think it's unfortunate because the consequences would be that it will reflect on how we perform during the general elections. It will affect our beloved party. It will affect our presidential candidate, because quite a number of people will literally sit at home and say, fine, the decision has been made. I have no role in making this decision.
The Homa Bay senator had prepared himself for a grand reception, but the protesters pelted him with stones. His bodyguards shooting in the air as they escorted him to safety. All eyes are now firmly on the National Elections Board to issue directions on the matter. Sam Ogina for the big question in Homa Bay County.
Right, that was what happened today in Homa Bay County. And the latest we are getting, Ogina, if you're still with us, is that the National Elections Board, that is ODM National Elections Board, has suspended the gubernatorial results in both counties. I don't know if you've heard from the aspirants after this.
Well, Hussein, actually, the National Elections Board has appointed a committee that is supposed to scrutinize the process of voting and even the tallying of the governorship race here in Homa Bay County. And after that, of course, they're going to set a date when the exercise will be repeated. But from the candidates or aspirants themselves here in Homa Bay County who participated in that particular race, they were of the opinion that the exercise was shambolic. The exercise was nonsensical, if I may use their words, and as such, they wanted the National Elections Board to actually re-look into the whole exercise, and if at all they see that there is a problem with it, given that this is actually a view that is shared among sections of residents in Homa Bay County, then another process will be set in place to make sure that the exercise is actually free, fair, and even credible. Even one of the aspirants saying that if at all ODM cannot hold a credible elections, then why would they even vilify the IEBC if at all IEBC would actually conduct a process that they would cast doubt upon. So it was a feeling that has been shared among a section of aspirants here in Homa Bay County who have been contesting the results of the governorship and even the senatorship race in Homa Bay County, wanting the National Elections Board actually to delve into the issue and resolve it amicably. So I think they have had their day here in Homa Bay County. Hussein?
Interesting here, with ODM cancelling the National Elections Board cancelling the gubernatorial results in both Migori and Homa Bay, and we'll join Sam Gituku shortly in Migori. Let's look at those results that were announced today. About 46,000, just slightly over 46,000 for Governor Awiti. The second aspirant there, Oyugi Magwanga, had about 14,000. If we were to add those two, plus other votes from the rest who didn't get a lot, about 60 or slightly above 60,000. But then looking at Moses Kajwang, who won with about 1,900 votes, and the second person there had about 700 votes. Are we saying that the governor's race had people voting about 60,000, but then the senator's race had about 2,000 people voting? Yet they've cancelled the governor's race.
Well, Hussein, that is actually the peculiarity about the voting in Homa Bay County. It is actually something that we wanted to ask the returning officer before he flew the scene, because when he was announcing these results, we actually thought he was going polling station per polling station. But then again, what he told us was that because some of the returning officers have not returned the results to the county tallying center, he was going to go ahead and actually announce the results, what he has. But as you've seen, the disparity between the tallies for the governorship and the senatorship actually does not make sense. It's actually mind-boggling, and as such, it also casts doubt in the whole process, even for a returning officer actually to go ahead and make such a big announcement, an announcement that he knows is actually going to shape the race, or even just the whole structure of the county, and even how the residents are going to take in the news of such a big announcement. So it was actually something that was also not making sense to us, but as I said, the returning officer was not available for any clarifications. He went missing. I do not know if at all his phone right now is on, but that is something that was actually did not make sense at all in this whole process, Hussein. Okay,
very briefly, were they given, you're saying he fled, were they given any nomination certificates? We know the governor's race has now been cancelled, but for Senator Kajwang?
Well, that's the other thing, because after he made the announcement, the county returning officer was actually whisked away with the security officers, and he disappeared. Even the county tallying center after that announcement was under lock and key, so no one could access the county tallying center. No one could even access the county returning officer, and no one from where I sit, I haven't seen anyone receiving any certificate, no celebration whatsoever, because immediately the announcement was made, then the whole town actually hell broke loose in the whole Homa Bay town, and not just the Homa Bay town, the whole Homa Bay county, because even in Mbita constituency, roads were barricaded and even effigies being burnt just to raise or register the protest against what the county returning officer did. And even the governor himself was not even in town when the whole thing was happening and unfolding. He had, or rather information that was reaching to us was that he had flown to Nairobi. Reason being, we do not understand. So that is how it is here in Homa Bay County. And of course, on behalf of the whole team that was able to make sure you get this coverage live to you, and even the magnificent pictures, on behalf of the cameraman here, Nelson Aruya, is back to you.
Thank you so much, Sam Ogina.